Welcome back to White Fox After Hours.
Welcome.
I'm Scarlett.
And I'm Cody.
And we are your hosts of the official White Fox podcast.
Yes, we are. So how has your week been? It's Monday. So how was your weekend?
It was good. We had a really busy week last week. So I'm trying to even think. I feel like it's more of a last week recap. It was busy. It was crazy. We had so many girls coming into the wardrobe. We had Lana from Love Island and I feel like there was like quite a few girls that came into the wardrobe last week.
Yeah, we've been having lots of people in the wardrobe.
At White Fox HQ. You went to Gold Coast for Tasha's Edit?
Yeah, it was so nice. We went to this beach club in the Gold Coast called La Luna, and I feel like if there was somewhere like that in Sydney, it'd be packed every day. Like, it's stunning and like just the best vibes, but the Gold Coast is just so chill. Like,
it's
on a
bit
Wednesday,
out of it as well, isn't it? Like, it's a bit far away from like
kinda. It's more like Broad Beach kind of area, but yeah, it was vibey, and the event went so well. Everyone looked so amazing in the collection.
It looked stunning, the event.
Yeah, it looked so good. Everyone had a good time, and the food was amazing, so can't complain.
Quick little 24-hour trip.
Yeah, literally. Staycay on a Wednesday. I'm not complaining about that.
And then, yeah, we had we had two Valentine's events. We had one in LA, in our LA showroom. And some of the girls on the team actually are in LA shooting Coachella at the moment. So they were visiting the LA showroom while that was on.
I know. So cute that like lined up.
Yeah. So that was really cute. Then we had our AU party as well. So that was fun on Friday night. We had like a real vibey kind of like, it's like a new venue in Sydney, but it was a really different vibe. It was like old, like really classy, like jazzy kind of vibe.
Yeah, it was really cool. It was giving like New York speakeasy kind of vibes. And it kind of looked like one of the restaurants in LA as well. It was very different to what you'd normally see in Sydney.
It looked so amazing though. It was such a fun night.
Yeah, it was really fun.
Everyone celebrating Galentine's.
Yeah, for the gals only.
Yeah. So that was kind of like the start to my weekend, and then the rest of it was pretty chill, which was nice.
Lovely.
How was yours?
Yeah, same. Really chill. Didn't really do too much. Just caught up with some friends, and I feel refreshed for this week, which is nice.
Yeah, that is nice. We love that.
I'm excited to watch the Super Bowl this week because I actually think I am going to watch it. And a lot of people have said this on TikTok because, I mean, obviously Taylor Swift put Travis Kelce on the map. Super Bowl is everywhere. I always love the halftime performance, and this year it's Usher, and I've been seeing all the girlies on TikTok with their predictions of Usher's performance, and they're like like doing all the things. You have to see it. It's so funny.
Yeah, I need to get on this side of TikTok. That sounds like fun. But yeah, I've never watched the Super Bowl before, but you always see so much about it post.
Yeah.
And last year's was iconic. Actually, I watched the performance last year. But yeah, and then so like Georgia and Daniel and Holly and Tiara and like Stanton, a few of the team are over in Vegas at the moment while the Super Bowl's on. So it's going to be wild for them. They're over there for a like trade show. But yeah, it's going to be crazy over there with everything going on.
It would be like nuts at the moment. I feel like there's so much on. Even on their stories, they saw like Jack Harlow and Kate Renata, Adele.
I know.
I would die to see that Adele performance in Vegas. That would be amazing.
Actually wild. Something else that I did all weekend. Caught up on All Stars because I'm addicted.
Yeah.
And I wish you were watching so we could talk about it.
I wish I was too. I'm too far behind. But I've been seeing the clips on TikTok of PDA night, and it looked like the tea was piping hot.
Everything's it's been really drama filled this season. But yeah, I think it is just because everyone knows everyone prior to coming in. So it's like they've been on their season or they've dated like after their season. So it's just...
And they know how it works. Like being on a show, I feel like when you first go in, you're like so new to it, but now they know what's going to get aired. They know how this works.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love to see it.
But then also I feel like sometimes people think that they're like getting across a certain way, but how they're edited is probably like so far off what they are feeling like people are viewing them as.
Yeah, true actually.
Because like you never know what your cut is going to be like.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's been a lot of drama, so
is it coming up to finale time soon?
I don't know. Like, people are still coming in. Like, there was like a few people that just came in that literally like left straight away. I feel like people are friends in there, so like they're trying to keep people in, even if it's not like they've got someone in there. Like, kind of like it's more like people like, that's my friend, I want to save them and keep them in the game.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, so it's like a bit different to normal, where obviously like normally it's like they're not prior friends, so like they'll be like, you know, when they're like trying to pick who to vote out.
Oh, that'd be really hard.
Yeah, they're usually like, oh, like this person hasn't got a connection, this person hasn't, but they kind of like, I need to keep that person in.
Yeah,
so
interesting.
It's really different.
Okay. Well, around finale time, we might have to do a bit more of a wrap up about it.
Yeah, we
and
can.
I'll get researching.
It's all right. I can cover this one for you. I can fill you in.
Well, speaking of Love Island, we have a very exciting guest on the podcast today. You might have seen on our stories, we have Georgia Murray from the recent season of Love Island Australia on the podcast.
I know. We had so much fun chatting with Georgia, and I loved watching this season, and I feel like just watching her in her season, like her and Nate's journey, and everyone is just obsessed with them. So many people are following along. I feel like it's not always that people leave the villa and people are like really invested in their journey, but people are invested in Georgia and Nate.
And you can see why. Like, Georgia's such a likable person. She has like such a good energy, and talking to her and getting to know her better was so much fun. I feel like you guys will really enjoy this episode.
Yeah, we talk about a lot of things. Like, we get some tea of her time in the villa, post-villa, just like her whole experience of joining Love Island, what it's like leaving the villa and that time in between when you're kind of like waiting for everything to air. We talk about breakups. We play a few fun games. And
she definitely does spill the tea on her and Nate. So stay tuned for all of that.
But yeah, shall we bring her in?
Let's do it.
Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
How are you?
So good. How are you guys?
Yeah, we're good.
We're good. We're even better now that we've got our coconut mugs.
I know. I was like to Georgia, what do you want to drink tomorrow? And she's like, I was like, anything from coffee to cocktail. She was like,
Cocktails
it is. And we love it.
So bad, but cocktails, 100%. I've definitely roped you guys into the cocktails as well.
We're not complaining.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
So how's your week been? What have you been up to today?
I've been at the White Fox gifting suite.
Yes.
Walked in, it was like a whole wardrobe of just like clothes on clothes on clothes. It was so beautiful. I didn't want to leave. Stunning. I walked out with like a heavy ass bag of just clothes.
You're stocked up now.
She's so stocked up.
Fox wardrobe.
If you see me out, it's going to be in White Fox.
We love that.
It's like a dream wardrobe in there. Like, I just want to live in there. Imagine picking out your outfit in that every morning.
Imagine every single day, like the shoes on like little racks as well.
We're manifesting that.
It was so good.
Okay, so we loved watching your Love Island journey and feel like you carried yourself so well in Australia. Just literally loved you.
Thank you.
So what made you apply?
So 2 things. I think I always felt like I could kind of do it. Like, it was one of those things. I remember sitting in my like lounge room with my mum and my dad behind me, and looking back, being 16, I was like, I'm going to be on that one day.
Really?
And then looking at me and being like, no, you're not. I was like, no, I am. But the thing that actually like got me to apply was I was with my boyfriend at the time, and we had just had the biggest argument. Like, it was probably our 6th argument in a row, and I had had enough. Like, I was like, done. I broke up with him. The first thing I did, went onto the Love Island page and I applied.
No way.
That is such a slay.
Straight after
honestly.
an argument, I was like, I was done.
I love that so much. That is the ultimate revenge.
It actually is.
And
like,
then I rocked up.
sorry.
I know. How crazy is that? So we ended up being on Love Island after a breakup.
Wow. So how long in between the breakup and you being on Love Island was there?
Probably about like 6 months. We weren't even really together either. Like, we were on and off. So it was probably the last argument between like being on and off, where we had already been broken up, and it was like, I'm done. Like, this is too much. I'm going on Love Island. That's basically what my attitude was.
Did you tell him that you were going on Love Island, or did he just find out with everyone else?
No, I did tell him.
Mm-hmm.
I did tell him, like, just out of nicety. I was like, hey, I'm going to Spain on Love Island. He was probably one of the only 2 people I told, like him, my best friend, just because those people were going to be affected the most.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is honestly the best breakup thing ever.
I know.
Literally ever do.
I know.
Like,
I know.
I want to do that next time someone's broken up with me. I'll be like,
Do it.
sorry.
Seriously, just do it.
So I'm just going to go on Love Island. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
that's good.
so funny. He'd be just dying watching it.
Mm-hmm. I don't think he did, to be honest.
That's
I think
fair.
he could.
It's no.
To be honest, if my ex was on Love Island, I'd probably watch it though.
You would?
The curiosity would get you. I mean, I feel like
Yeah.
if I was trying to be sane, I wouldn't, but I couldn't do
You
that.
couldn't
Like,
help yourself. I feel like you'd
Yeah.
have to.
I would have to.
Yeah.
I'd have to know what was happening.
I'd never tell him that I was watching.
No.
I'd be like unbothered energy, but like I'd be watching.
Are you watching? Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I think I'd have to get like friend to update me. Because actually
Maybe.
watching it, I'd
You
be
don't
like
think you could
screaming,
watch?
throwing things.
The worst thing is, like, imagine, like, not watching it and going through TikTok and, like, their face just popping up. That would be, like, the biggest thing.
You actually wouldn't be able to escape it because I don't know if it's just me because I watch Love Island, but every single TikTok, like right now, All Stars is the only thing I'm seeing.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it just come at you. It'd come at you. You'd be like,
It's
I don't want
everywhere.
this right now.
That's actually such a breakup slate, honestly. Sorry, you're just going to see my face if you turn on TV, if you go on TikTok, anywhere, you're just going to see my
I'm gonna be
face.
there.
I'm everywhere. Try and escape me. I dare you.
That is some crazy energy. If I'm here for it.
I'm here for it. I'm
here for it
obsessed.
too.
Okay, so when you were in Mallorca, you did isolation for a few weeks?
I did 10 days.
10 days, okay.
10 days. And it wasn't supposed to be 10 days because I was supposed to come in when Abby was in. So I was supposed to rock up 2 days in isolation and then go on the show. But because they swapped us, because like they kind of knew Kira was going to be leaving, so like we needed that maths drama to happen.
Yeah.
So I got booted to the next bombshell. So I was in that hotel like going crazy, like stir crazy, like for real.
I can imagine 10 days is a long time. We
Yeah.
saw your
It's meant to be a
isolation
week.
vlogs. They looked intense.
It looked like I was
Yeah.
going like more crazy as like time goes on because you got 2 hours out of the hotel. So you got like 1 hour in like the Arvo and then 1 hour like after lunch, morning and Arvo. And you could either choose to do gym, beach or pool. And that was it. Like you got to do that for an hour and you come back. So you got 2 hours being out.
That's your
It's
one
giving
activity.
Lockdown. It's literally giving lockdown.
It was really bad. Like the first day, second day, I was like, oh, this is okay. But once it hit like 8 and 10, like I was not okay. And the thing is, what they kept doing to me was like, you'll be on soon, Georgia. Like, don't stress. Like, you'll be on a couple days. Don't worry about it.
Oh.
And then there'll be a couple days where, okay, like, am I going on soon? Like, oh, no, just a couple days. Like, don't worry about it. And then, like, that's where it kind of got to because you didn't know. You didn't
Yeah.
know.
It wasn't like I've got like a
there.
countdown. It's like you don't know.
Yeah, it was unknown. I'm like, I could be here for a couple days. I could be here for a couple weeks. I don't know what's happening.
So you have no phone, is that right? Or you have no connection?
I did have my phone. Like,
so you could be online.
Yeah, I was on my phone. I was like FaceTiming people, even though like they were probably asleep when I was awake. I was FaceTiming people and stuff. So that kind of kept my sanity. But that was it. I had my phone and I had my little room with like a USB stick of movies.
Oh my god. So it was like the
Wow.
morning would be like gym, then you'd go back, and then in the afternoon you could go for a swim or something.
Well, I decided that I was going to do gym inside the hotel. So I had like a water liter bottle, like 1 or 10 liter water bottle that they gave me. And I was doing like Russian twists with it. I was like, I'm not giving up my beach hour to like work out. Like I'm going to do it in the room. So that's what I did. I did it on TikTok as well. So
Yeah.
Yes.
Tutorial, 10 liter water bottle tutorial workout.
I didn't see
love
those. I
it.
saw the vlogs, but I didn't see the.
Yeah, it
I
was like a
love
whole
that.
thing.
I love that.
Doing the most. I love it.
And you want to tan when you go in, so it's like you can't give up your beach
100%.
time.
No.
No, and it's Spain. Like I wanted to be out, like
Yeah.
enjoying like the culture, enjoying like the beach and stuff. I don't want to be like in the hotel gym or even
No.
the room.
Do you get to stay when you go out for a little bit as well in Spain, or do they fly you back straight away?
Straight back, yeah. We did have like a day because we waited for the finale, so we actually did have to wait a couple days. We went to the beach all day. That was actually good. We went to the beach all day. Our chaperones, because you always have to be with your chaperones, they came out for a few drinks with us, and we all had like,
Oh,
a
really?
little party. I think it was
Fun.
me, Nate, Andy, Nakia, and Harmony. We all had drinks with our chaperones and danced and like the DJ and stuff.
Oh,
That was
that's-
actually one of our highlights.
That's so
happened on the
cute.
trip.
That's fun that you can stay there after. But yeah, you're
Mhm.
fully gone ghost after that, aren't you? It's like after that point, you can't post again until it airs.
No, you couldn't
And
do anything.
yeah.
Yeah.
How long was that period?
Between maybe like a month, 2 months. Month
That's
and a half.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
how
just-
was that?
It was weird because everyone was like, "Where were you, Georgia? Like, where'd you go?"
What are
I'm
you
like,
doing?
No, I was like, I told everyone that I was on a Kentucky. That was my thing. And they're like, you went on a Kentucky and you didn't post
anything.
didn't post for a month. That's not like you. Like, oh, don't worry about it.
So were everyone suspicious?
So suspicious. So I'm from like Penrith, and there was 2 rumors that were going around where I was because it started to get a bit suspicious. It was Georgia's run away with a sugar daddy, That was the first one she doesn't want to post. Or George is out making porn. I don't know where that came from. But I was like, that's a bit random. But that was the two.
Oh my God.
And I was like, yeah.
I'm like, how did you get that? Me not posting.
How did no one guess that it'd be Love Island? I feel like that's a pretty like
there were
obvious response.
I think maybe 1 or 2 people were like, I did say that, but I
It's
think the
more
sugar daddy
likely-
one was number 1.
Okay.
That's so
Yeah,
funny.
it's so funny.
So in those 2 months, I've always wondered, like, can you go on your phone but you just can't post, or do you completely don't have access to your Instagram?
While you're waiting to be on the show?
Yeah. Or like, no, sorry, when you've come off. Like you're at home and you're waiting for the show to air. I've always
Okay.
wondered, like, do you have access to your phone?
Yeah, so you have your phone and you have your Instagram, but everything you post, it just needs approval first.
Right.
So you can just post like your normal life, but you have to send it to like ITV and they have to be like, okay, this is all good. What's your caption? And then you can post it.
So you just post
Can't give anything
basically
away.
the, like, Love Island stuff. Like when you're on the show. When it's
Yeah.
airing. Yeah.
So they posted all the Love Island posts.
Yeah.
for us. We didn't have our social media when it was aired.
yeah,
when it was
got
Is that what
you.
you mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
When it was
That's-
aired, we had no Instagram.
Mhm.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That would have
Or
been
TikTok.
weird.
Yeah, that is weird.
Yeah. We had all Finsters, like our fake Instagrams.
Yeah.
And they all followed each other.
Yeah.
But yeah, we didn't have our real Instagrams at all.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
so crazy.
That would have been hard, like fully being off grid for that time.
Detox. It was a
Yeah, it's
detox.
kind of nice actually.
It was kind of nice. But
Yeah.
at the same time, like you're not off social media. Like you're kind of very much on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're everywhere, but like
You're literally everywhere.
can't post it.
More than ever.
You just can access it. Yeah, that was crazy.
So you can see what everyone's saying while you're on there.
Yeah, just off fake Instagram,
Yeah.
like on the comment section. I couldn't see any DMs.
Mm.
Couldn't see any DMs or anything like that. But I was definitely stalking my account.
Yeah, you were
Like,
creeping the
What's happening
comments.
today?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
How was that? Was that hard to see everyone talking about you, or like?
It was weird. It was like it's just like you've entered this whole new stage in your life. Like
Mm.
you're 1 minute you're just like, you know, living your life. I mean, we're out in Western Sydney, and the next minute, like people like actually want to know what you're doing. Like they want to know
Yeah.
like what you're thinking, like what's happening. It was like, wow, this is new. It was refreshing.
Yeah.
In like an exciting way, I guess.
Yeah, no, that is exciting.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
a whole new chapter for you, as you said.
For real, yeah.
So how did you feel entering as a bombshell? Like, do you think it would have been more of an advantage to be there at the start?
Yeah. Yeah, I do feel like it would have been more of an advantage. I feel like I would have loved to be an OG.
Yeah,
I would have loved to be an OG. And being a bombshell, I was so nervous.
You were
because-
more nervous being
for
a
sure.
bombshell.
So intimidating.
Yeah, because like, as like you watch Love Island, like you can see like the bombshells, they don't stick as long as the OGs do.
Mm.
OGs stick, and bombshells they alternate in and out.
Mm.
So I was
well,
so,
you did.
Yeah.
You made an
I was
impression though.
lucky.
I feel like you came in confident. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like if you don't do that, then it'd be easy to just be whisked away.
For sure, yeah, because like even you did see some bombshells come in and out, but yeah, I was very lucky. Even I was so scared being 2 weeks later because I was okay with being one of the first ones, which I was supposed to be. But then when I got pushed back, I was like, there's gonna be no one in there. They're all gonna be coupled up because if you look at last season, by the time I came in, you know, there was already 3 strong couples, you know. So I was like, I thought it might have been the same. But it wasn't. It definitely wasn't. It was the complete opposite. Everyone was so open when I came
I mean,
in.
thank God.
Yeah.
Like going in and being like everyone's like coupled up, like because I'm watching that kind of now with All Stars, and it's
Yeah.
like, what do you actually do if everyone's coupled up? You're just like, okay.
I know,
Nothing.
literally.
Well, pretty much after me, everyone else coupled up. So it was kind of those bombshells afterwards. I don't know. I couldn't have done it. It would have been so hard.
You came in at a good time, I think.
For sure. Yeah. I'm happy where I came in from. Like
Mm.
it all worked out in the end. Really.
It did,
You
it
can't be
did.
too mad.
What was your initial thoughts when you walked in? Like, were you initially attracted to anyone straight away? Like, what was your
Yeah, first impressions.
First
first
impressions?
impressions of everyone?
So I probably would say I was most attracted to Nate and Ben. Out of all the people in there,
Okay.
Nate and Ben were probably my 2 top people that I was like attracted to. So when I walked in and they were the 2 people up there, I was like,
Okay, I'm gonna be fine.
you're joking. I was upset 'cause I'm like, oh damn, I've got to kick one of these boys out basically. But I'll probably say like Nate and Ben were my 2 people. I was like, you guys are hot.
So
Yeah.
it worked out well for you then.
It did.
And would you say there's anything about your Love Island experience that surprised you?
So that surprised me.
Like anything that didn't really like meet your expectations or was completely different?
I would say like it's a reality TV show at the end of the day. Like you don't really see all those parts, but at the end of the day, like it's a reality TV show. Like that was surprising for me. Like you do something, like you walk out and they'd be like, okay, do it again. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Like it's a TV show, and I was kind of like, well, I'm living this weird character life. It's almost like I'm acting, but like I'm not. That would probably be the most surprising thing for me.
Do they make you redo things? Like, say if you have a chat and they've missed it, they're like, you have to have that conversation again?
No, definitely not. So all the chats, like your reactions and all your chats, they're so genuine. Like they, like it's a show, so they might like be manipulating the situation, but us, like we have no clue what's happening. Like it's very for real. Like what you see happening, it happened.
Yeah. I feel like you'd almost forget sometimes that they're filming because the cameras are hidden, right?
Oh, they're not. No, not really.
Oh, really?
They definitely don't. I remember there was one scene. It was the scene where I was so upset. Like I just told Nate I wanted to be with him or something, and I went up and I went to the shower, and there was just like recording me in the shower, and I saw that. I was like depresso, like water running down my face, like sitting in the shower, and all I hear in the background is just the camera just slowly panning on me, and I'm like,
you're like perfect.
I'm in the shower, like having
it could get worse, but it's just gotten worse.
Right? Like in the moment, like so depressed, like not depressed, but so like upset, and just like, yeah, no, you can imagine.
No,
it just was a
I can
whole
only
thing.
imagine some of the moments I've had. I'm like, if there was a camera, no,
Right?
simply no.
It was crazy.
And I feel like they only kind of show the conversations that you are talking about your relationships. Like they don't really show much of you getting to know each other.
No,
Like, is there a lot of you, like conversations that are missed of you talking about like everything else?
For sure, there's a lot of like, what's your favorite color chats? Like, just don't go there because like, who really cares?
Yeah.
And there's a lot of chats with like different sort of people. So when I came in the villa, I had a chat obviously with everyone, but you only really saw mine with Trent and Nate's because it's too hard. Like it would be too hard to listen to everyone's chats.
Yeah.
So for sure, there's so many chats that just go unheard.
That you miss.
So many scat chats.
Scat chats.
I feel like they would kind of be though, because like if you're up until like 3 a.m. doing whatever,
Yeah.
like, they're gonna be the chats.
So many weird chats. So many funny things that just didn't come to air, but it's, yeah.
When you were watching your season back, like, do you think that everything, when you were watching it, were you thinking, oh yeah, this is how it played out? Or were you thinking like, this is kind of not how things played out in real life?
I would say how it played on TV is basically how it was. Like they might have made it like a little bit more dramatic, but what happens basically what happened. You know, like the storylines, like they really did happen. Like all the fights, they happened. So I would say the most surprising thing was just seeing the things you didn't see, like maybe the people talking behind your back, or those things. It's like, damn, I didn't realize it was like that. That was probably the most surprising thing watching it back.
Yeah, that'd be hard.
Yeah,
like hearing people talk shit about you.
Right?
You're like just at home, like.
Like, damn, I should have said something back then.
Yeah, watching back, was there anything that you were surprised watching like that? Like that you'd missed?
I remember there was one scene, and I was coming into the girls' makeup room, and they were talking about me, and like, you know, talking badly.
Yeah.
And I walked in. I didn't know what was happening when I walked in. I might have had like a suspicion, but like walking in and seeing that like on TV, I was like, damn, like I should have said something. I should have done something.
So you had no idea at the time?
No, like, because I hadn't walked in yet.
Yeah,
but, like,
true.
Hearing like people talk about you, like, oh, maybe I should have started a bit more drama. Probably wouldn't have.
I feel like coming in as a bombshell though, all the girls immediately have their backs out.
For sure.
It's like, sorry, you've been on here for like a week, but
sure.
it's like, oh my god, they're talking to this person. Like,
yeah. It's just how it is. Like even when I was more comfortable inside the villa and bombshell started becoming, I felt that as well.
I mean, that's
like,
what you're here to do.
I was
you're
like,
like,
who
stop
is this?
talking to my man.
Who's this girl? It just gets like that. It's territorial, very territorial.
Exactly.
I feel like you need to have thick skin to be on Love Island.
For sure. 100%.
For sure. You definitely have to. You have to give no Fs, really.
Literally. It'd be so hard. I don't know if I could do it. Well, speaking of, we have to ask the question that everyone wants to know. What is your current relationship status? Are you still with Nate?
How am I going to answer this? So, me and Nate, we broke things off like romantically like a while ago, like probably about a month ago now. And then like we made a TikTok together. I don't know if you guys saw, but a little breakup TikTok, just because like we were still very close. Like there wasn't any bad blood or anything like that. Like it wasn't a dirty breakup. It was just us going, you know, maybe this isn't gonna work. But since that, like we'd be seeing each other.
I've been seeing some sneaky little things. Like there'll be like a little arm in a photo in a dump. Like
you've been teasing everyone.
We'd be seeing each other. But yeah, I'm happy.
Yeah.
Things are happy. Things are good. I don't want to say too much because it's like it's a lot having everyone like, you know, sort of like on your business, on your like your relationship coming off Love Island.
100%. That must be so hard.
It was so crazy.
I feel like the thing is too, like a lot of people are invested in you and Nate.
For sure.
Like they want to know, are you together? Like I see literally you'll post a photo and he'll comment and everyone will be like, oh my God, does this mean they're together? Like people are crazy.
I know. So like, even coming off Love Island, like we had fan pages on us. So we'll like, me and Nate were like, wow, like this is crazy. Like people are really so like wild. In this. Like we're not just in this like relationship together. Like there are people inside of this with us. And like it was a lot of pressure. It definitely was like to cope with that and cope with like the pressure of what people want us to be and how we were or where we were moving. It was hard. It was definitely hard.
Do you think the pressure of everyone else wondering and like being so invested put pressure on you to continue everything, or do you think?
I think that it wasn't more like the pressure. It was more like we came off Love Island, which is just unusual for a normal relationship to start with. And then we came from Love Island and tried to go into like a normal relationship. But we were talking like how we were on Love Island. Like we're sitting here, I'm like, so how you feeling about this? Like we weren't having normal chats anymore. Like how we were together and all we knew as a couple were Love Island questions. Like Love Island, Georgia and Nate. And that was the hardest bit, I would say.
That's wild, isn't it? Because in a normal relationship, you wouldn't even like, we're like, can we ask them how we're feeling? No, like, don't ask.
I know. All we had to talk about. So like, how are you feeling about like this situation? Like, how are you feeling at the moment? And it just got too much. Like, who talks like that to
It's a lot of pressure for a new relationship. Like, literally, as Scarlett said, really. Like, you wouldn't do that.
Things because it got too much, really, at the end of the day.
I feel like your fans would be happy to hear that there's still a little bit going on. We're still seeing each other.
I think it's the fact that we actually were able to tell everyone like we're off and that pressure was released. And also like coming from Love Island, like we weren't able to go on any dates. Like we weren't able to see each other like outside in public. But now like pressure's off. We can go on dates. We can act normal. And things have been nice.
Yeah. So you've been going on dates and things are a bit more normal now.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, that's
so
nice.
normal.
That's so good.
What was your transition from like coming off Love Island and you say that like you were together in Mallorca for a bit to now? Like what has kind of been your and Nate's journey from then to now?
You're coming off?
Like
Love
from
Island,
then to now, like what's been like kind of like the timeline and journey of everything?
So I think we came back from Mallorca and we tried to give things a go, but it was so weird, as I said. So we called things off. We had a little break. He went to Japan. We were just like living our life. And then the show started getting aired. And then like we started watching the show. I'm like, oh, these feelings are starting to come back. Like watching something like that, you're like, oh damn, like I felt that way. Like that was real. So we called things back on. Like we started seeing each other again. But during that time was the time where the fan pages were on and all the pressure was on and it just didn't feel right. So then we broke things off probably about a month ago, maybe more than that. And then ever since that, like we've been relaxing and chilling and actually like being able to enjoy each other as like people, not just like people that met on Love Island.
That's so nice.
So that's probably the timeline, I would say. Yeah.
Oh, we're excited for you to see where this goes.
I'm excited.
Yeah, that is nice. I feel like coming off it would be such a weird experience because so many people say it's like so full on. It's like a normal relationship. You're not together like all the time. And like in that few weeks that you're getting to know each other, it's so intense.
Yeah.
And I can't imagine coming off and just being like, hey, do you want to like go get coffee?
It's you can't even imagine. It's so weird.
Yeah.
You're so right thinking that. Yeah. It's weird.
That's nice to know.
I know.
It's coming back.
Baby, don't jinx it.
No, okay.
No pressure, no pressure.
Touch some wood somewhere. It's all plastic.
We've got some wood here. I'll touch that.
There we go.
Was there anything on the show that you were surprised wasn't aired?
I'll tell you a funny moment.
Yeah.
That's never been aired, never been talked about. Nate and I were talking about it the other night. It was so funny. So we had just gotten our eggs and we're on the bedroom, like with everyone else. We're all on our beds. And I think it was someone, like, I think it was Nate. He looked at me and he's like, Georgia. I'm like, Nate. He's like, the egg's white. I'm like, yeah, the egg's white. He's like, no, Georgia, the egg's white. What have you been doing on that daybed? And then everyone else was like, Georgia, is this Trent's baby? Like, it was a whole inside joke that this egg was Trent's baby because I had stayed on the table. They should have aired that.
That's funny. Oh my God, that's so funny.
Just everyone got in it as well. Like, Kyra was like, Georgia. It was probably like a funny moment.
So
Not the
funny.
eggs.
It's like, this baby doesn't look like me.
Like, don't worry, Nate. It looks just like you, baby.
Promise
for your
it's not
dreads.
Trent.
Trent's baby.
Oh, that's so funny.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
that
so
was funny.
funny.
That was a funny moment that didn't get it.
Yeah.
I feel like the egg thing is so funny. Like,
so
what is
random.
that?
I'm still curious if it was real or not. I was tapping on it. It was heavy.
Oh,
You don't understand, those like ostrich eggs were heavy. I thought there was cement.
did anyone drop one?
No, but we wanted to. We got told we couldn't. I thought we were going to. I thought there might have been like a surprise inside or something. Like we were
Yeah.
gonna like smash our babies and something was gonna come out.
Nate's like, sorry, it's Trent's.
He doesn't care. It's probably why he was working out so much. I remember when we first got the eggs, he was like, okay, Georgia, I'm gonna go get a quick workout. And I'm here, single mum with my egg.
In talking about that, we have to ask, what was going through your head when you woke up on the daybed that day with Trent? Like, I feel like your facial expressions were like telling a lot, right?
I call that the fever dream because I don't know if it happened or not. It just feels like one of those things that like you just dreamt about. Like,
Yeah.
it didn't actually happen.
You're like, I'm removing that from my memory.
I don't know. Like you could see, like I am such a big person that just like acts on emotions. Like if I feel a certain way, like I'm acting on it. Like I'm probably not even gonna think it through. I'm just gonna do it. So what was going through my head when I woke up on the daybed with Trent? Just like regret. I was like, this doesn't feel right. Like I remember waking up. I woke up every morning in Nate's bed, and like he'd wake up, he'd give me a kiss, and like things were happy. But on that daybed, it was sunny and it was cold, and it just did not feel right.
Yeah.
I think you could see it on my face. I
Yeah.
was like, this isn't it.
You definitely could. I feel like you know when something doesn't feel right, and sometimes you have to do it to know.
Exactly.
And at least then you know, and you can be like, okay, like
Yeah.
we can put that to rest.
And that's exactly how I felt
Yeah.
afterwards because I was like, Trent saga gone. Like I don't feel that. And that was able to let me concentrate on like Nate better because going to the villa, I had no clue who any of these guys were. Like, I had to kind of make up my mind, and I didn't know what their personalities were. Like, I actually had to figure it out by myself. I didn't get to watch what you guys watched. I just walked in there. So
And it is
cool.
probably a good thing. It's like, obviously that happened for a reason because the way that you carried yourself after and the way that you handle everything, I feel like just put you in a really good place.
oh, thank you.
And it was like, yeah, I feel like so many people are like, oh my God, like make up your mind. But it's like, do you actually know how hard it is to like,
Yeah.
you're going to
It's
meet
hard.
someone? I'm like,
It must be so confusing. You're like, okay, who do you like? Who do you want to couple up with? Like,
yeah.
how are you supposed to know that? You don't even know these people.
I know. I'm like, these people are strangers. How am I supposed to know? But I feel like a lot of girls understood. I reckon a lot of girls, I was getting a lot of DMs and being like, girl, I've been in the exact same place. I've had 2 guys, you know, both interested in both of them, but I don't know who I want. And you've had to experiment, or you've had to like, you know, pursue one to figure out that that's not what you want. And a lot of girls actually confided in me and said, girl, like I understand, like I get it. And I feel like that's just a normal part of life. A lot of people
100%.
I
experience.
agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In
It's
the way that
messy,
you
but
just
get
like
it.
straight away you knew you were like, and I feel like that's the thing, like you tested it and you woke up and you were like straight back to Nate. You're
Yeah.
like, no, that felt weird.
No,
though.
I wasn't
Yeah.
missing any time. And I feel like that's how you kind of knew it was genuine as well. Like I didn't wake up, have breakfast, kind of go, oh, by the way, like I don't really know if that's how I felt. Like I was
You're like, bye.
I was actually I'm like, Trent, something doesn't feel right. I'm going back.
He was like, oh.
He died. I feel kind of bad for him, but it's okay.
No, that's okay. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Exactly.
Like, yeah.
Hey besties, we're interrupting this episode of After Hours with a quick PSA that you can get 15% off at White Fox Boutique with code AFTERHOURS15.
So if you need a whole new wardrobe refresh, we've got you. Use the code AFTERHOURS15 and treat yourself today.
We've also left a link to shop and code in the episode notes, so let's get back into the episode. Okay, so we've refilled our drinks, but we were just talking about your whole situation with daybeds, is there anything else that you feel like you regretted in your journey on Love Island?
Any regrets on Love Island? I don't really have any regrets. Not really, because everything kind of panned out okay. Sometimes there was a fleeting second where I was watching the movie night. It was a fleeting second where I was like, you should have said something, Georgia. Like you should have defended yourself. That was probably the only thing that I was like, damn, like that's
Was that when Trent was saying like, oh no, like
when
you
Trent
didn't
was
actually?
coming at me, because I did. Like the whole audience saw that I said more.
Yeah.
And he was coming at me saying, you're a liar, no you're not. And I knew. I'm like, I did. Like I'm sure I did.
You would have been like,
And I was like, well, maybe like, because it was a few of them coming at me. So I was like, maybe I should just say nothing. And I didn't. I didn't say anything. So there was a fleeting second where I was like, maybe I should have. And that was probably my one moment where I was like, maybe I should have defended myself.
I feel like it's almost better though.
Yeah.
Because not saying anything speaks so much louder. And
Exactly.
then everyone's watching it and they're like,
Literally.
you're actually,
They all know.
We've seen it.
There's exactly
The
so
audience
there's two
have
different
seen it.
sides.
Yeah.
There was a side where I was like, you did the right thing. Like honestly, saying something would have just caused more drama. Like let them watch themselves. I think that was what was going through my head. There's a little crazy part in my head. It was like, damn. But at the end of the day, I didn't really regret anything. But if there was something where I was like, maybe I should have said a bit more, that was probably my one moment. Where I was like that. Yeah.
Do you feel like your personality got shown a lot, like the same as what you were being like on there? Because I know I saw a TikTok of you and you were like, our personalities inside the villa versus outside the villa. I think I saw that TikTok.
Yeah, me and Tasia.
Yeah.
I would say like, no, not really a lot of our personality got shown. I feel like for me, there was a lot of sexuality. It's Love Island, so like you kind of got to expect that. But for sure, it was like all your favorite like, relationship things. Like it was very much based on that because it's Love Island. You don't really get to see like all your little funny moments. Like they usually get cut and stuff. So yeah, your personality doesn't really get shown a lot. But it makes sense because you got to show like 12 people's personalities.
Yeah.
True. And I guess that's why everyone's so like invested in your journey after Love Island now, because they saw you and got a glimpse of you on Love Island. Now they're like, okay, what's she really like? What's everything? They want to know everything.
Even like the TikToks, because Nate and I make TikToks, and I know Nate got a lot for being boring on the show.
Really?
Which is not.
Yeah.
Because Zach used to say that, but Nate isn't. Like he's not boring at all. And I think we started making TikToks after like Nate and I, like funny TikToks, and they were kind of like, why didn't they show more of this? Like, why didn't they show more of like the funny side of you and Nate, which they didn't. But afterwards, you start seeing that after like all the TikToks and social media stuff.
That TikTok was iconic that you made of you and Nate when you were like, oh, I'm just going to pick up my stuff from Nate.
With the blue top.
That was so funny. That was one of our funniest things we did. I didn't even know how that came up. We were just sitting there, I'm like, imagine if we did that. That'd be kind of funny. Because I really was picking up my stuff. And he was like, yeah, I'm down. I'm like, cool, let's do it.
That was so funny because usually a breakup, like you expect a breakup to be not like that at all, but you're like, okay, let's just make a funny TikTok.
We're just like that though. Like, no, it really wasn't any bad blood when we broke up. Like, we're just like, oh, we should just stop this now. But, all is good.
Yeah, I'm sliding back into the dump.
It was the blue top. He came back as the blue top.
And he did rock that blue top, I'm not going to lie.
Wait, he rocked that blue top.
Well, speaking of breakups, we talk a lot about like breakups and dating on After Hours.
Yeah.
I think I've seen a TikTok clip of you saying you're the CEO of breakups. What is your best breakup advice for any of the girlies listening?
Break up with them, go on Love Island. No, okay, so I would say my best breakup advice is not to rush, like not to make yourself get over them too fast. Like you're just totally allowed to feel exactly how you feel. And a lot of people like they want to get rid of all their stuff and they want to delete all their pictures, but I'm like, do the opposite. Like just claim it. Like it's your life. Claim back all the stuff they gave you. If you're wearing a necklace that they gave you, keep wearing it. Like it's your necklace. If it brings you happiness, go ahead and wear it. If they got like a stuffed toy on your bed, keep it there. If you wear their shirt to bed, keep wearing it. Like don't rush it. Like, just make everything that you have a connection with them yours, because that's what's going to hold you back. Holding these little connections to places and having these little connections to material things, that's what's going to hold you back from getting over someone. You need to reclaim everything. Reclaim it as yours because that's going to bring you happiness.
God,
That's
I
actually
really
the
felt
best
that.
advice.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
Right?
amazing. I
Yeah.
love that so
So
much.
that's what I'd be doing. I still have all my ex's pictures on my phone because after a while, they don't mean anything. They're memories. They don't have any emotional attachment to you anymore. They're just photos. I still wear my ex's jewelry because it doesn't mean anything to me anymore. Like, it's jewelry that I like. And I think that's how I'm able to get over people so quickly because I reclaim things as like my own energy, not theirs.
That's so true because I think half of the sadness in a breakup is the loss, and it's like you're losing all these things.
Yes.
But actually you're gaining so much more for yourself, and you've got to like just
sure.
flip your perspective.
Yeah. A lot of people, like, they'll be like, I'm watching this TV show with them. I can't watch that TV show anymore because that reminds me of them. Keep watching it. Like, it's a TV show. Like,
Make new memories with that TV show.
Go back to your first place you had a date with your best friend. Make new memories there. Like, that's my best advice for a breakup.
I think
say.
that's
That
the
is
best advice I've ever
literally-
heard, honestly. That's quite up there.
That's real. That's good, like tangible advice as
Yeah.
well. It's like keep doing you, keep doing your thing. It doesn't
Exactly.
have to change you.
For sure. That's exactly what I'd
Or go on Love Island.
say.
Or
Take the second route. Go on Love Island.
Either work.
Yeah.
Either work great.
Yeah, I totally agree.
So what has it been like dating post Love Island? Like, have you had bits in between you and Nate, and like, are your DMs flooded? Like, what's it like?
DMs are flooded. The funniest thing, I was talking to Nikia about this the other day because we all went out to the club, and I was like, when I was not on Love Island, like when I was just, chilling, living my life and at the club, a lot of people would just come up to you just randomly. But being on Love Island, no one comes up to you anymore.
really?
Yeah.
Because they know who you are.
They're too scared. Like, oh, they're not too scared, but they know who you are. They might come over for a picture, but it's, can I take a picture with you? And it's like, okay. And it's like, okay, thank you, Georgia. And then they walk away.
That's
That's
so
how funny is that?
interesting.
That's wild, isn't it?
You'd think you'd get more people coming up to you, like wanting to have a chat, trying to flirt with you, but I've actually had less.
They're like intimidated.
Maybe.
Mm.
I've had less, yeah. So DMs are flooded, but like I haven't had anything
yeah.
in between Nate and I, yeah.
That's wild.
That is
isn't
crazy.
It?
I
Yeah.
guess like for you it's happened so quickly as well, and like you're the same
Mm.
person, you wouldn't feel any different in yourself, so it's like this is just weird.
And I'm like, why is everyone acting weirder about me?
And I feel like for Australia though, we don't have much reality TV. Like for Australians, like whereas like in the UK and US it's so different, but Australia, like Love Island's like the main, like that's what everyone's watching. So it's
Yeah.
like for you, like that's like, yeah,
Yeah.
people are like, oh my God, that's Georgia. Like,
It's so weird. It is so weird.
that's wild.
Speaking of dating, what is your biggest like ick or red flag in dating? We love talking about this.
The icks. Can I tell you something? So I actually don't believe in the ick.
Really?
So there's this effect, and it's called the Dobler and Dahmer effect. So basically what it is, if you like imagine a guy coming to your window with a jukebox, right? And playing music. If you really like that guy, you'd be like, oh my God, he's so cute, how adorable. But if you don't like that guy, you're gonna be like, that's an ick. Like that's the biggest ick I've ever seen. So for me, I think if you don't like the guy, you're gonna find all these little icks. But if you like them, they're actually going to turn into quirks.
Yeah.
That's actually
Right?
so true. Because like the things that you have icks in other people, in the person that you like, you're like, oh my God, that's so cute.
Right?
Like you did this.
So like it doesn't exist. It's like some weird alter universe, you know what I mean? Like it doesn't exist. The ick doesn't exist. It's literally if you like them or not.
It's
Nate
true.
can do anything.
It
You're
is
like,
true.
"Oh, that's so cute.
You want to chase after that ping pong ball? You chase after that ping pong ball.
Get that ball.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's actually something that gives
But
me
what
ick.
if like Nate was running for the bus with like a juice box in his hand and a backpack or something? That wouldn't give you the ick.
I feel like there might be a point where it gets too much, right? One that I heard was really funny was when they opened the Velcro wallet.
Oh
yeah.
I'm like, that's pretty funny.
Yeah, that's
That's
Oh,
pretty
no.
bad. There are some that I've heard. I'm like, you know
yeah.
what? That might be a little too far.
There are
Yeah.
some things. But what about a red flag? Like that you're like,
Oh,
nah.
red flag. Impulsive liars.
Mm.
When they lie about what they had for breakfast. I'm like, why?
It's
No.
the little. We actually talk about this.
Yeah,
we call
we
them
talk
little
about
liars.
Because I had a guy
Yeah.
that I met out, and he, I feel like I bring him up so often. But my friend literally was meant to go on a date with him last week, and I was like, I didn't want to like say anything. But then when she was like, okay, he cancelled, I was like, okay, I can tell you everything.
Yeah.
because I was like, I didn't want to like warp her view. Maybe he's changed. But we were out and he was like, I was with him. It's like, yeah, I don't go on Hinge ever.
Yeah.
Pulls down his thing and his most used app is Hinge. I'm like, why are you lying?
Like suggested?
Yeah, I'm like, that's your top used app. Like, it's just the little lies.
It's like, why are you lying? If you're lying about little things, you're lying about big things as well.
It's weird, isn't it?
That's how I feel. That's exactly.
Like, why are you lying about what you have for breakfast? We don't care if you're on Hinge.
Like, well, yeah, no, I totally agree. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. Anyways, that's a big red flag.
That's so true, yeah.
For sure. Also, people are friends with other genders.
You don't
Girl
like
best
that?
friends.
I don't get it. I don't have any boy best friends.
No.
because I've never been. Do you
This is
guys have boy
crazy.
best friends? Like best
No.
friends you guys going on dinners with?
That would be so weird. No, that really gets me as well. If there's a girl best friend, I'm like,
You had one that he was going camping with, didn't you?
yeah.
He was like, so I'm just going camping
They'll
with my
go
girl
camping.
best
I
friend.
was like, oh,
I'll tell
you're
you,
never seeing me
they
again.
do not exist. They
Yeah.
don't exist. It's
No.
it's a white lie. Like there's always someone that's gonna have more feelings for the other person.
Mm-hmm.
I do agree. I feel like there's a point where it's like you obviously have girlfriends and guy friends, that's fine. But it's like if you're like being like, oh, we're just going to this one-on-one dinner. It's like, what?
No.
And you see all those funny TikToks as well, and it's like the girl best friend, and she's like heaps cringe. Have you guys seen that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you had an experience with this?
I actually
personally?
haven't.
No.
But like, I just hear a lot about it, and I'm like, because I don't have any boy best friends because they don't exist to me. I just couldn't.
No.
So when I see it in someone else, I'm like, nah, that doesn't exist.
Because it is that thing where it's like, I'm a girl's girl, you seem like you're a girl's
Yeah.
girl.
Yeah.
Like, why is your best friend
A boy.
a boy?
No. The girls are like, oh, I'm only friends with boys. I'm like,
Suspicious.
I don't know about that.
Mhm. I'm very much a one girl though, to be honest. Like I'll have my best friends. But I won't have a lot, but I'll have
You have
My
your
girls.
main kind of girls.
my girls, yeah.
Has that changed at all since you've been on Love Island, or you've still got your same?
No, I've still got my girls.
Yeah.
Even like I have my girls on Love Island. Like I would say my closest girls would Tasia and Nakia. And like they are my girls. Like they be coming up. We'll be visiting each other from state to state.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah.
That's nice that
Yeah.
nice that you meet you meet besties and like a love interest. It's
Exactly.
like, you get the-
So good.
Wow, it's
Yeah.
really worked out for you this whole experience.
Yeah, I would say so. It's been good.
Yeah.
It's been a good experience for sure.
Does everyone from Love Island, like, are you all still in a group chat, or you still like kind of hang out, or is it like some people you kind of are more closer with that you would chat to every day?
We're all chill. Like everyone on Love Island, like we have no beef. We're all in a group chat together. Like sometimes we be sending memes in there and stuff. But I feel like even when you look at it, everyone's got their own little people that they're closest with. And that doesn't mean like they're not friends with everyone else, but you just find those people that you just really click with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so nice.
What would you say your normal type is?
Do you guys remember me coming to the villa and saying like, I love an Aussie bloke with like a mullet and a mo? Girl, I couldn't even tell you anymore.
Do you go more off like the vibe that they're
For
giving
sure.
you? Yeah.
So I really love like a funny guy. Like I really like someone who doesn't take themselves too seriously. He's just
Yeah.
like chill, like has a good family connection. So I think I'm focusing more on that. But going into Love Island, I thought I had it figured out. I thought I had my type down pat,
Real Aussies boy.
and I don't have it down pat anymore.
I think you did well. I think you
Yeah,
chose
Yeah.
well.
me too. I definitely think I chose well.
And would you ever go on another reality TV show?
If like the stars aligned and I was in like the perfect place to, like I was for Love Island, I would. But like, I have to be like in the perfect place to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I would. It was fun. It was good vibes.
Yeah.
I'd love to see that. What would be like your ideal show that you'd go on?
I was talking about this the other day.
Yeah.
And I was like, if I'm 30 and I'm single, I would go on maths. I would do it. So I'm 22 right now. So if I don't
You've
find
got a while.
someone, if I don't find someone
In the next 8 years.
Yeah. Then see you
can
on
see me
maths.
on maths.
Maths, if you're listening.
I'm there.
Make notes for 8 years. Maths is good drama.
Yeah.
It's a good watch.
It's a good watch.
Yeah.
I feel like it'd be awful to be in it because it gets so
Oh.
cut and chopped and
Oh
stuff.
my
but
god.
It's a good watch.
Yeah.
We just started watching it last night.
Oh, did
as well.
you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't started yet, but I need to.
I've never watched. Maybe I need to get
Really?
into
You've
it.
never watched
I've
it?
never seen an episode.
No, you'd love it.
Really?
Yeah.
I've got too much to keep up with.
No, it'd be so
No.
good. You really like it.
I'm too busy with All Stars at the moment. Are you watching?
No, I'm not watching.
Mm.
I've never watched any other Love Island but Australia.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Only Australia.
You
Love
need to
Island.
watch UK.
Mm,
Everyone's been saying
It's
that
really
it's
good.
better.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's not better, but it's really good.
I feel like it's more spicier. Like they're more like dramatic and stuff.
Yeah, they are definitely more dramatic.
They're more dramatic, yeah.
So now coming off Love Island, what does a day in your life look like now? Like, how does it compare pre-Love Island to like coming out of the villa?
Right now there isn't a lot difference. Like like I'm still like waking up. I'm still like on my retail job. Like things are still normal. The only difference is like maybe I've got a few more DMs to reply to. Like I've got a few more like comments like I like to reply to in the morning. Like people supporting me. So I think that's really the only thing that's different. Maybe like a few more brand deals and stuff. That's probably the biggest difference as well. But other than that, like things are pretty chill. You know, I've got new friends. That's about it. New Love Island friends. Yeah, it's pretty normal. Like things have been settling down. I would say. Coming off straight away, maybe it was a bit hectic, but now things are on like the steady run.
That's really nice that you've just got a bunch of new friends. You've got potentially new mans, and then also like
New jobs.
New exciting opportunities coming up. Like it seems like it's a win-win for you.
Yeah, I'd recommend it to anyone. To be honest. If you guys want to go on Love Island, I'd recommend it 100%.
Sorry, Georgia. 3 months off.
But
wear white
socks.
Do it.
I mean, we are currently looking for a husband, so maybe
You guys should. Seriously, just do it.
I do see that though. Like even Phoebe and Mitch and like Claudia and Austin, like coming off. Like I'm like,
No, that's really nice.
everyone's like Tyra and Kale. I'm like, maybe that's where we need to find a husband.
you create like, you know what trauma bonds are?
Yes. It seems like a trauma bond.
Close to that. Like you just like experience something so like out of this world together. You just like you're connected for life.
Locked in for life.
You're locked in for life. You are.
Yeah.
You really are.
So what would you say is next and up and coming for you?
Next and up and coming. I just like am so keen to just like live life. Like travel, like, see the world, meet new people. I haven't really got a plan. I'm not like set on a plan yet, but I know like, you know, I'll be doing things.
You're only 22 as well. It's like you've got so much ahead of you.
Hopefully. But yeah, I don't know, I haven't really got a plan, but hopefully there's something. I'll tell you when I figure it out.
There definitely is.
I feel like there is. There's big things coming.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Okay, so we've got the game.
Exciting.
So we sent Georgia the questions and we didn't spill the tea on the games.
Yeah.
So I know you said that you haven't been watching Love Island All Stars and you haven't watched any Love Island UK, but they do a game and it's called Snog, Marry or Pie. I don't know if you've seen it on TikTok, but they either like snog someone, propose to someone or pie someone.
Yeah.
So we've got people from your series and you're going to either snog, marry or pie. Are you ready?
I'm so ready. Okay, let's go.
Okay, so snog, marry, pie. Nate, Trent, Kale.
Marry Nate, snog Kale, kill Trent.
Kill Trent, we're not just pieing him, we're killing him.
What? I meant pie. I'm so sorry, Trent.
We're not pieing is dead. Trent is dead.
Not just pie, we're killing.
That is so funny. I meant pie. So I'm like,
Sorry, Trent.
I'm playing that game.
No,
that you
that's
play when you're
okay.
like on the bus in year 6 and the snog, marry, kill.
Snog, marry, kill. We'll make it nicer with the pie, but if we want to kill, we're killing.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah, no, sorry, Trent. We're
That's
not killing
so
you.
funny.
I'm
We've
Trent.
had too many margaritas. We're like, kill.
We're going straight to it.
Oh, I'm obsessed. Okay, next one.
Yeah.
Snog, marry, pie, or kill. Andy, Reed, Clint.
Marry Andy. Kiss Clint. Pie Reed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say that.
I see that, yeah.
Yeah, I reckon that's a
Yeah.
good combo.
Okay, so snog, marry, pie, Aiden, Zach, and Ryan.
Oh, Ryan. Who's the first one?
Aiden.
Marry Aiden. Snog
Zach
Ryan.
and Ryan.
Ryan, and then kill Zach.
Kill Zach.
I need to stop doing that. Wait, it's just been Trent and Zach as well.
Trent and Zach are dead.
Clearly can apply. Trent and Zach got to kill.
Yeah,
Sorry, my bad.
off.
I
Sorry,
meant pie Zach. Funny.
We did have All Stars, but it sounds like you're not watching, so we'll just go to the next.
Yes, we've got one more game. So it's basically show us a pic or do a shot. So we've got a bunch of questions for you, and you can either show us a photo of the first person that comes to mind, or you have to do a shot.
Okay.
And PSA for anyone listening, you won't be able to see who she's shown. You'll just be able to guess from the
really?
reaction.
From
So
our
you just like show us
reactions.
and we'll react.
Yeah.
But they won't know. They can guess.
Okay, cool.
So
Let's do
I'm not showing everyone.
Okay, are you ready for the first one? Show us a photo of someone who you are no longer friends with from the villa.
No, I'm still on talking terms with everyone.
Okay.
Okay.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice.
There's
okay,
no one that would say you're not my friend to anyone, so we're cool.
Love
Okay.
that.
Show us a photo of someone who you have gossip on from the villa. It can be like post gossip. It can be anything.
Anything. Instagram.
We don't want to be doing any more
I'm
shots.
going to start showing you profiles.
Okay.
Ooh, okay.
Okay.
Mhm. We'll have to hear the gossip after.
I'll tell you later.
Okay. Show us a photo of someone who you would have coupled up with if you had a second chance in the villa.
And like Nate wasn't there kind of thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I see that. I do see
I
that.
reckon.
Sorry, Nate.
If you didn't exist, if Nate didn't exist
If
in
Nate's
the world.
gone. Show us a photo of someone who you think was only in the villa for clout.
I'm curious to see this.
100%.
Okay, no, I see that. I
100%.
see that. I see that.
Yeah. 200%.
Yeah,
I
for
really
sure.
do see that.
For sure.
So hard, yeah.
Everyone's like wondering. Sorry, guys.
This must be like torture for them.
Yeah.
That's
I
this
know.
sucks.
You'll have to guess from our reactions. I'm sure the comments will be full of guesses. Okay, this is our last one. Show us a photo of someone who you are currently crushing on.
Well, actually, that one's obvious. Isn't it?
You can show the camera that one.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Show the people.
Everyone. We've got Nate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was our last one.
Yeah.
Wow, that was so good. That was so exciting. So,
That was
eventful.
so fun.
Yeah, fun.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming on.
It's
We had
okay.
so much fun today.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for having me. It was so
No,
good.
It's
Yeah,
been so
of
nice.
course. I'm so excited to see everything that's coming up for you.
Thank
I feel
you.
like there's so much ahead.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah.
It'll be good, hopefully. Fingers crossed.
Yeah. And excited for the event next week. We've got
Yeah.
Valentine's. Well, by the time this goes live, I think it would have already happened. But
Yeah.
yeah. we've
Valentine's
got
Day.
Valentine's Day event together.
White
Mhm.
Fox. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. I'm going to rock up my new White Fox kit.
We all have a few
Yes.
drink some cocktails. Full new outfit. That'll be sending
It'll
you.
be so good.
Oh, well, thank you so much, Georgia.
Yeah,
you guys.
thank you. As always, make sure you subscribe and download wherever you get your podcast. And also, we would love if you could give us a review. That would also really help us out.
And also make sure you follow us on Instagram and TikTok for all the extra BTS content. And yeah, we'll see you next week.
Like this, a little bit like I can,